Stephen Meade with a little Bullseye Guy shortcast. Coronavirus. I just got my test. Actually, I didn't get the results. I had the test on Friday in Los Angeles because a lot of my international travel had the opportunity to test. I don't think testing's gonna work. And here's why. I think testing is the first step. Don't get me wrong. I was excited. And then as I thought about it, I believe my test is gonna come back negative. I was actually more interested in whether or not I'd had coronavirus before. Do I have antibodies? From my travel between London and Davos and Dubai and Zurich and New York 5 times since December, I was really concerned going, have I had it prior? Antibody testing isn't available yet. So I went ahead, got tested, still waiting on my results, but let's say they come in. This is Monday night. Tuesday or Wednesday, my test comes back negative. Here's the problem. Since my test on Friday, I've been to the grocery store, had to get gas in the car, went and picked up food a couple times, had food delivered. I haven't done a lot of interaction, but every possible step of interaction with somebody else is another chance of exposure. Even if I tested negative on Friday, Monday or Tuesday, I could have it again. Testing is the first step, but when I hear everybody talk about testing, rapid testing, test, take your temperature. If you're positive, you may not have symptoms, you may not have testing, you may not have temperature. Testing's the first step. What do I think? Just for what it's worth, I hope this turns out like strep throat. What do I mean? If you have a sore throat, you go to emergency care. You don't go to the hospital. You don't go to the emergency room. Usually you're like, oh, I have a sore throat. You go in, they give you a culture and take a test. And then if you're positive, they say, go home. Don't kiss anybody. Don't go out in public. You're contagious. And oh, by the way, here's a treatment plan for 5 to 7 days. It's not a cure. It's not a vaccine. It's a treatment plan. And after those 5 to 7 days with strep throat, you actually are better and you're non-contagious and can go out again. That's what I hope coronavirus ends up. Testing's huge. I'm excited. But I hope some of these other plans, whether it's the HCQ that I know is getting a lot of press, both good and bad, or whether it's remdesivir, I can't even say, there's 70 different types of treatments out there. That's what I hope happens. I think the world's going to open up. I'm going to feel comfortable going out, but I'd feel more comfortable if I could get tested, know if I was positive, have a treatment, quarantine, and be back out in society. So I'm hoping my test comes back negative. I don't know if I really care. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned for another shortcast from Stephen Meade, the Bullseye Guy.